Many people believe that if fat loss stops, the solution is simple. Eat less, create a bigger calorie deficit, push harder. And at first, this approach often works. Calories go down, body weight drops, progress feels predictable. But after a while, something changes. Fat loss slows, then it stalls. And eventually, many people find themselves eating less than ever before while seeing little to no progress. At that point, frustration builds. Because logically, eating less should lead to more fat loss. But in reality, it doesn't always work that way. And in some cases, eating less can actually make fat loss harder. The reason comes down to how the body adapts to prolonged calorie restriction. When calorie intake stays low for an extended period of time, the body doesn't just passively burn stored fat, it actively adjusts. This process is known as metabolic adaptation. One of the first changes happens in resting energy expenditure. This is the number of calories your body burns at rest to support basic functions like breathing, circulation, and cell repair. When energy intake remains low, the body becomes more efficient. It begins performing these same functions using slightly less energy. Individually, this change is small, but over time it contributes to a lower total calorie burn. Another major change happens in daily movement. During long periods of dieting, people often feel more fatigued. Without realizing it, they begin to move less. They sit more. They walk less. They avoid small activities. This type of movement is known as non-exercise activity, and it plays a much bigger role in fat loss than most people realize. Small reductions in daily movement can remove hundreds of calories from total energy expenditure, which means the calorie deficit that once produced fat loss can slowly disappear. There is also the effect of exercise efficiency. When you repeat the same workouts week after week, your body becomes better at performing them. This is a positive adaptation, but it also means the same workout may burn slightly fewer calories over time. Again, this change is small, but combined with reduced movement and lower resting energy expenditure, it contributes to slower fat loss. Another important factor is diet fatigue. Maintaining a calorie deficit for long periods is difficult. Over time, hunger increases, energy levels drop, and adherence becomes harder. Even when people believe they are eating the same amount, small changes often occur. Portion sizes increase slightly. Snacks go untracked. Cooking oils are not measured as carefully. These small differences may only add up to 100 or 200 calories per day, but that is often enough to eliminate a calorie deficit. At this point, many people respond by cutting calories even further. But when calorie intake is already very low, this approach can backfire. Fatigue increases, hunger becomes more intense, daily movement decreases even more, and the body responds by conserving energy more aggressively. Instead of solving the problem, the strategy makes it worse. This is why experienced coaches rarely recommend aggressive calorie cuts as the first solution to a plateau. Instead, they focus on restoring balance. One of the simplest strategies is increasing daily movement, not necessarily more intense workouts, but more movement throughout the day, walking more, standing more, reducing long periods of sitting. These small changes can significantly increase daily energy expenditure without adding excessive stress. Another approach is improving consistency in calorie tracking. Returning to more accurate measurements can often restore the original deficit. In some cases, a temporary diet break can also help. This involves increasing calorie intake closer to maintenance for a short period of time. The goal is not to gain fat. It is to reduce fatigue, improve recovery, and make the next phase of dieting more sustainable. When people return to a deficit after a break, fat loss often resumes more smoothly. But the most important idea is this: fat loss is not just about creating the biggest possible deficit. It is about creating a deficit that the body can sustain without aggressively adapting against it. Eating less is not always the answer. Sometimes the better approach is adjusting the strategy so your body can respond again. Because sustainable fat loss does not come from constantly pushing harder. It comes from understanding how your body adapts and working with it over time. If you're interested in learning more about how metabolism affects fat loss, you can find additional resources in the description below.